Okay, let's try this again. So before you pick a spot, before you put the glue on it, you can move it around and kind of see where you like and what you want to do with it. There's several spots on here that I will use eventually, but for now I'm going to do this spot here. So then I would just take my glue, wipe off the back of my glass dome, when you put the glue on, you want to kind of keep it down and then spin, because you don't want those air bubbles. You do not want air bubbles. Put it down, push, circle, and push and move back and forth a little. I'm going to bring it down and let you see. You just move back and forth over the area that you want until it starts to get to where it doesn't want to give. And then you leave it. Now see where the glue is all the way around it? And that makes it easier when you cut it so that it doesn't peel off the very corner, because that glue will seal in all the way around when it dries. Okay. I'm going to set this one back here very carefully with the other one. And we're going to bring this one up here. And try to get it in the screen here. And now what I do, let me put the lid on my glue, please. Is I take some scissors. These are my crafting scissors. They're carbon titanium. They're really good scissors. I honestly couldn't tell you where I got them from. And you'll want to have wax paper down so that it doesn't stick. I just cut as close to these as I can, because I want to save as much of the skin as possible. It's hard to do without putting my arm right in the camera. Okay. Cut these apart. And set that one there. Okay, so there's that one. It's very beautiful. It's got some metallics in it too. I really like that, actually. Cut as close to the edge as possible without peeling it. I'll go back and touch it up, anything that's sticking out. But I cut as close as possible. Be careful not to pull, because you don't want to peel it off the back. Even if it has set and cured, you still don't want to pull it off the back. And then I flip it, and I look around the edge to see if there's anything still sticking up, and if there is, I cut it off. Like right there is a little notch. It's very minute. I'm going to have to sharpen these scissors again. And there's a little spot. And see, they're very small. Once you have it completely done, you get the tray that one goes in, which is the keychain. It's already been prepped. I'll take my glue. Now in this part, you can either put it in the center here or the center here, whichever you feel more comfortable with. I've done it both ways. I do it both ways. But you do not want to put too much on this one. You want to put just enough for your piece to completely seal without coming out of the edges, because you do not want it. Then I'm going to pick my tray up. I'm going to leave it in a bubble there. I'm going to set this one in, decide which way I want to put it, which way I want it to look and face. Put it in, push down, and then what I do is I twist just a hair, ever so slightly. And what that does is it causes the glue that we dried on the base and the glue that we just put on and the back of the glass and the paint to kind of connect together and mesh. It's almost like when you make clay pots and you have to, if you're going to add like the handle to it, you have to make a few lines on the clay to stick it to so that it has something to grab on. That's what you're doing. Push it down, whatever you need to do. I normally clean them. I got glue on my arm. I normally clean them after they set up. But there is a beautiful piece. I don't know if you can see all those metallics. This one is actually a double-sided. So when this side dries fully, I've made a matching one. And I will flip it over and add it here because this is a double-sided keychain. But this one needs to dry fully before I flip it over and let it sit. So we're going to put that one to the side.